I think the microphone worked for you, but I'm not so sure. Take it out. All right. Well, Lieutenant Governor, I did have a little speech to introduce you, and unfortunately, I found out my reading glasses were not reading glasses; they're just glasses. So I'm just going to wing it as an attorney. So let me welcome everyone here on behalf of the Arab American, the Middle Eastern American Television, MEA TV, Mr. Wally Jadan, our CEO and founder. This brother has been at it for so many years. I tell you, I grew up watching Wall, and and you know, the idea was that. Turn it on. Can you hear me better? Maybe. All right. Thank you. All right. And you know, the idea was Wally maybe introducing the Lieutenant Governor. I said, Wally, I mean, you know, you're like the shortest guy in the room, and we got the tallest guy in the room. It's just gonna not make a good fit, you know. So it was not gonna happen. So thank you, Wally. I'm just joking. All right, we love you. But in the event, Lieutenant Governor, you know, the southeastern Michigan is home to the largest concentration of Arab and Chaldean Americans in the country. Very powerful group that has been at the heart of business, government, and whatever you have to say. From, you know, putting the first man on the moon with the lunar landing to ships named after Arab and Chaldean Americans in this country. We are part of the fabric of the society. And being the most educated, most wealthiest per capita in the country, we don't have to apologize to anyone about that, Lieutenant Governor, because we are Americans as Americans come. And we feel we're coming to become an asset and adding to the value of this country. That being said, this event is about the MEA TV and all the wonderful work that they do. We grew up watching Wally. I grew up watching Wally, and you know, in the Arabic language, which I didn't understand too well, but you know, Wally was always committed. He has been committed, and that commitment has continued over decades and decades, over to this. And you know, he doesn't have to do this. No one told him, you know, Wally, you got to do this or what have you. He does it out of his heart and soul. What a lot of you may not understand and know that Wally's just not out there doing the media and what have you. And we understand with the new social trends and the new challenges the media has, you know, it's a dying breed to a certain extent with new social media, new Google, Facebook, whatever the case may be. But Wally is always out there telling our story, always telling our story. Because if we don't tell our story, Wally, no one's going to tell our story. And I know, brother, in the African American community, if you don't tell your story, no one's going to tell your story. And that being said, Wally has been out there. Not only does he do the media issues, but he's out there at events, panel discussions, whether it be with the U.S. Senator, with the CBP Commissioner, or the Director of the Department of Homeland Security, whether it be with the FBI Director. We're out there. He's always out there addressing and talking and speaking truth to power. We appreciate you, Wally, for doing that. That being said, this is about you, Lieutenant Governor. Thank you so much for being here this evening. This is a Lieutenant Governor that came in a challenge that everyone wants to talk about challenge, everyone wants to talk about change. But in all essence, he came at a time which we had a change not like no other. The change that only comes around every 100 years. The great pandemic that we faced. And if it wasn't for the leadership of Gilchrist, Gilchrist and Lieutenant Governor Whitmore and Gilchrist, we won't be in the situation we are right now. They took this on, they took it head on, they rose to the challenge, the courage that they had to do the right thing for the interest and the public of this community. And they did that. And they didn't care about the consequences, and they didn't care about the hate mail, they didn't care about the hate that transpired from the far right or what have you. And that, my friends, is leadership. That is leadership. Knowing what you have to do may not be the most popular thing that you have to do, but it's the right thing to do. And that's what our Lieutenant Governor Calvin Gilchrist is about. He has been there, he's taken these challenges, he's brought high tech to state government, he's brought the wonderful engineering and his background to government, which we so desperately need. He's been there at the head of the Senate to direct the Senate to do the right things. So we needed this Lieutenant Governor at these times. And ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, this is what great leadership is about. So we appreciate you. We thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Keep doing the wonderful work that you do. Keep doing God's work and keep speaking truth to power. God bless you. Please come on.
I need to have you introduce me everywhere. But thank you so much for having me here, everyone. It is really a pleasure and a privilege to be in Warren to celebrate MEA TV and to celebrate this festival. Congratulations on 12 festivals, Wally. Congratulations on the vision that started in 1986. The vision that started in 1986 when this was just like 2 hours of content and now is 24/7, and that he told me is gonna be on Apple TV and Roku, all streaming platforms available so that people across the country and beyond will have access to and understand more about the breadth, depth, and beauty of the Middle Eastern American experience, and to have that story be told from the state of Michigan, the place where we have more people of Middle Eastern descent than any place else in the world other than the Middle East. That is a point of pride for Governor Gretchen Whitmer. It's a point of pride for me as Lieutenant Governor of this beautiful state, and it's a point of pride for everyone who calls Michigan home. Because one of the things that makes Michigan so incredible is that everyone gives their best to this state. The Middle Eastern community and every facet of it has contributed to making Michigan what it is, has pushed Michigan forward in every community where Middle Eastern Americans and Michiganders live. It's not just in Southeast Michigan. The impact is felt across our culture in every community in this state. And I know, because I've literally been in every community in the state. And I see the impact, and I see why Michigan is a better place for it. So the ability and the ownership of a platform to present and project your story, that is what power truly is. The power to define your narrative so others can understand and experience it. That is how you make differences. That is how you build bridges. That is how we create connections. And ultimately, when media is at its most impactful and successful, that is what media does. So MEA TV is a representation of what hard work, creativity, inspiration, and innovation, when all of those things come together, what the result is. Growth, determination, connection, and community. And I think the Middle Eastern American community in Michigan represents all of that as well. So I appreciate the honor and privilege to be here with you today. I'm excited that there will be an amazing celebration yet again here in the city of Warren. I want to thank you, Mayor Fouts, for your leadership and for being a gracious host of this event for so many years, and all the leadership in this great city, and it is a great city. And we look forward to many more. We look forward to see what MEA TV will do with the expansion of the platform that going on in these streaming services is going to represent. There will be more stories to tell and more people to tell those stories to. And I'm excited to experience that future with you. Thank you, God bless you, and congratulations, MEA TV.